Hey guys, Bobby Bollinger here, and today I'll be bringing you my Week 9 predictions for the NFL's 2016 season. Now, last week I got 6.5 out of 6.5 games correct because there was another tie. Like, how do you get 2 ties in 2 weeks? Anyway, my season record is 65 to 55, that's around 54%. Okay, Falcons versus Buccaneers. Falcons should win this. They're the better team. The Buccaneers were not able to punish the Raiders after the Raiders had gotten the most penalties any team has ever received in one game. Like, if you can't beat that, your team sucks. And this team kinda sucks. So the Falcons, being the better team, should be able to beat them this time. Vikings beating the Lions. The Vikings have been going through a rough patch recently because they've gone against teams that actually exploit their weakness, which is if you rush the quarterback and put a ton of pressure on him, he's going to fail. That's the Vikings' big weakness. I don't think the Lions will be able to exploit that like the Eagles and Bears did. So I can definitely take the Vikings here. I don't think their loss to the Bears was because they blew off the Bears specifically to beat the Lions. I think they just really underestimated the Bears and everyone didn't prepare like they should have. So, and the Lions, they're an okay team at this point. They've been making a comeback, but I can't say they're a playoff team, while the Vikings definitely are. So Vikings should take this one with ease. But I guess I said that last week. Ravens beating Steelers. Okay, if Ben Roethlisberger was here, I would have said Steelers. But since he isn't here, or at least shouldn't be in this game, this is actually a coin flip because Steelers and Ravens are big-time rivals. So, since it was a coin flip, I literally flipped a coin. Well, actually an eraser, but it's close enough to a coin, and it said the Ravens would win this game, so Ravens will win this game. Okay, Dolphins beating Jets. The Jets really, really suck, and they just barely beat the Browns, despite having a good matchup. And the Dolphins have been making some sort of comeback. I'm not sure how real the comeback is, but I think it's real enough for them to handle the Jets. Cowboys beating Browns. For a Browns quarterback, this is probably going to be the best week of the year for them, because the Cowboys don't actually try to put pressure on opposing quarterbacks. They just play it relatively safe. So this actually is a good matchup for the Browns quarterbacks. But the Browns defense is really bad. Ezekiel Elliott, who should be the league's MVP, by the way, should be able to get huge yards on these guys. Dak Prescott should have a real easy time with them. Cowboys are just going to score a ton of points. A ton. Chiefs beating Jaguars. Okay. I had to watch them to figure out what they were, but I finally figured out that the Chiefs are simply a very well-rounded team. They're not especially great at anything, but they're pretty well-rounded. And the Jaguars are worse than the Colts. Yeah, they're worse than the Colts, I think. So the Chiefs should be able to just decimate the Jaguars. It shouldn't even be a game this time. Eagles beat Giants. Oh, a big divisional rivalry with, I believe, I think the Giants had a bye week last week. Though, from what I've seen so far, a bye week is actually a very, very bad thing for a team to have, apparently. Eagles' defense is amazing. Eagles' defense is, I think, just about as good as Seattle's defense. So, I think the Eagles will be able to take this. The play calling from the Giants is probably too conservative to beat out the Eagles. Although the Eagles really, really need to teach Carson Wentz that long passes are okay. Yeah, it's easy to get a good quarterback rating when all of your passes are 5 yards or less. He could be great, but he needs to do some more long shots to prove that. Okay. Anyway, Eagles win this. Next game. Panthers versus Rams. Yeah, Panthers should take this because while they do have their problems, the Rams shouldn't be able to exploit the secondary very well. And the Panthers are trying to collect themselves, so I'd say the Panthers should take this one. 49ers losing to the Saints. Hey, look, it's a crappy team versus a slightly less crappy team. Yeah, that's basically what this is. The Saints should be able to win it. Their running back should have another good day. They surprisingly had a good day against Seattle. And Drew Brees can, help out, I guess. So Saints should take this one by a lot. Colin Kaepernick hopefully fails miserably. Chargers beating Titans. The entire AFC West at this point is a playoff contender. The Chargers are seriously making a big comeback. Now, can they complete the comeback? I don't know. They have a very competitive division. But I do think they have a shot at the playoffs. And the Titans also have a shot at the playoffs. But it's because they're in the AFC South, which is weak. The Chargers have a shot in the AFC West, which is strong. Therefore, Chargers are the better team. And they really are. Chargers definitely have a good thing going. How long that can last? We'll see. Packers beating Colts. Yeah, my Colts kinda suck. They have no O-line. They have no running game. They have no defense. The Colts really, really suck. But at least there's Andrew Luck, right? He is good. But against Green Bay, it's not going to be enough. Green Bay takes this one with ease. Okay, Broncos beating Raiders. Now, the Raiders are a good team, but they're kind of one-dimensional. Like, if they go up against a team whose defense is good against the passing game, their offense is going to crumble horribly. And that happens to be what Denver's good against. So Denver's defense, I think, is just going to shut down the Raiders big time, while Broncos offense exploits the Raiders' terrible defense. So the Broncos should take this one in prime time without a problem. Okay, I think this one could be called an upset. Bills beat Seahawks because Bills' defense exploits Russell Wilson's mediocrity. Yeah, he's not good without his legs, and he doesn't have his legs. Seahawks' offense is terrible. And the Bills' defense should be able to exploit that and give them a narrow win in what's probably going to be an extremely defensive game. That's all the predictions for the week. So, see you guys next week. Tell me who you think's going to win in the comment section. And I'll see you next time. Get it?